Hiya, I'm Jasper, and welcome to your video review for Maleficent 2, Mistress of Evil. It's a movie starring Angelina Jolie and Elle Fanning and a few other people, but those are the two main stars. As always, I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the furry. To start off with the furry, if you've been looking for a movie with a bunch of Fae-type creatures, you should watch this movie, because there are so many, and they get so much screen time. It's really fun to watch. And they all look realistic. And even so, Angelina Jolie's character has, obviously very large wings. And I know that sometimes when you have human-sized people or creatures that have, not house-sized wings, that sometimes it looks a little funky when they're like taking off or landing or just flying or floating around or whatever, because there's just something off, like the center of gravity. You can kind of tell where the harness would be or something like that. In this movie, every single one of the scenes where somebody is flying around, floating around, landing, taking off, whatever, it all looks great and realistic and natural. And I really, really like that. That's one of the things that always kind of throws me off in some movies. And this one, at no point did it look fake with how they were flying around. So I really enjoyed that. That being said, overall, I didn't really care for this movie. It's one of the movies where there's some big thing that happens right in the beginning, and it causes all the problems for the whole rest of the film, but you can see, like, from there, you can predict how it's going to be resolved, because it could have been resolved with a simple conversation between a couple of people, and maybe just not making some rash assumptions or temper tantrums. And I'm not really a fan of a movie where a simple conversation could have, and probably does, solve the problems that the whole movie is based off of. I also thought that some of the tactics that were used in certain parts of the film, and certain actions that were or were not taken by certain creatures, just really didn't make sense logically or tactically. So I didn't really like this film because of all those things that just kind of bothered me throughout and in various scenes. That being said, the actors and actresses in it, I believed everything that they were saying and doing. And, other than, like I said, the general premise, the writing was not terrible. It was natural dialogue between characters. And yeah, so what I would say is that if you don't mind kind of those things, and if you also don't mind how in, it's not a rated R movie, and there are battle sequences where people, if it was a rated R movie, there'd probably be like blood going places and people getting ripped in half and things like that. But because it's not an R-rated movie, you don't see any of that. They're just kind of like pushed aside or something like that. So, if you don't mind having those type of battle sequences, if that kind of disconnect between, like, clearly violence is going on, but then it's PG or G violence, so it's not really there, If that kind of thing doesn't bother you, then I think that you will have a good time with this movie. I know I enjoyed Maleficent 1, but this movie I didn't care for as much because I guess I'm just not a super fan of what they were going for. So, yeah. Hope I've helped you decide. Let me know what your favorite creature was in the comments down below. Alrighty, thanks for coming. Hope to see you at the next one. Bye.